I'm in Salad, and I saw Pokémon the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back. It is directed by Kunihiko Yuyama. And if you haven't seen this movie before, I'm gonna give you a bunch of spoilers because I'm autistic. First of all, let me tell you my experience with Pokemon. As an adult, I've played a good amount of Pokemon. I'm a big fan of Pokemon, to the point where I memorized the entire typing chart, the weakness, strengths, super effective stuff chart. Big imprint on my childhood. And I do remember seeing this movie for the first time when I was a lot younger, and it had a really big impact on me when I first watched it. And let me tell you why. Alright, so movie starts. Basically, we get to see the backstory of Mewtwo, why he was created. Basically, he's a weapon for Giovanni, which is the Team Rocket leader. He wants to have a weapon. And I personally don't condone using Pokemon as weapons, but you know, this is a whole Team Rocket thing. They're not good. And so, we got Fuji is the scientist that we are following right now. Fuji is like, hey, I'm gonna accept your offer because I'm big cloning, and I'm gonna use this as a way to also help clone my dead daughter, which is really sad. I was like, oh boy, my heart goes out to Fuji. Unfortunately, though, Fuji loses his daughter when kind of like in the process of cloning. I mean, Mewtwo befriends this daughter, and then they all decompose and die except for Mewtwo. And I'm like, whoa, this is really tragic. But Mewtwo's also forced to forget about his friends when he's put down to mature. And I'm like, oh no, my heartstrings, they're already been hearted with. They've been messed with already at this point. So, of course, when Mewtwo becomes an adult and learns that he's a clone of Mew and is basically a weapon, of course, when nobody treats him like, you know, a Pokemon, a living creature that deserves love and attention and care, of course Mewtwo's gonna freak out and exploit everyone and kill everything, destroy everything everyone's in their path. Of course he's gonna do that. I mean, I understand why Mewtwo does it. I feel for Mewtwo. I only hope Mewtwo for his best. Of course, Giovanni is like, oh, that's a weapon. I'm gonna try to convince his weapon in order to weaponize and be good for me. And I don't like Giovanni. He seems to be very opportunistic and not in a good way. And is definitely trying to use Mewtwo against, you know, the entire world. But Mewtwo, good for Mewtwo, he's just like, I'm gonna isolate myself, I hate everyone. And good thing he isolates himself, but it's sad that he hates everyone. And now we get to see Ash, May, and Brock. They're eating food with their Pokemon. The food looks really good. Like, I really want to eat that food. It's just making me think of food right now, and it's like, oh boy, I cannot wait to eat food. But they get an invitation to go to this island because, you know, we're gonna have a bunch of trainers there. And, you know, it's gonna be fun. So they go to this island. There's a huge storm that prevents them from going to this island, but they go anyway, which is good. I like how they're just gonna be like, we're going to this island, no matter what. Even got Team Rocket there trying to take him to this island, and then their identities revealed. They all end up going to this island on the top of their Pokemon. I'm like, wow, you guys really don't want to die in the ocean. That is good for you. I'm glad you guys don't want to die in the ocean. They all arrive at this island. They're at a cool little mansion. I really like the colors, by the way. Man, I'm really impressed by the colors, how vibrant everything is. I'm like, ah, yeah, this is like beautiful visually. All the animation's really smooth at this point. It's beautiful. Then we get to see, oh no! What's going to happen? Looks like Team Rocket has discovered that the bunch of the Pokemon are being cloned, which is bad. I'm like, oh no. Now there's clones? It's like Mewtwo was a clone, and now Mewtwo is using the cloning to have everybody's Pokemon fight against each other. And I'm like, no, not this unnecessary fighting. I mean, of course I understand what Mewtwo is like. I really don't like any of this. I don't like any of humanity or Pokemon. I just want to make sure everyone is just fighting each other. He just really wants to destroy everything. And of course, what's really noble, he's like capturing everybody's Pokemon in these like weird balls. And Pikachu and Ash are very resilient. Pikachu does his hardest not to get captured by the Pokeballs, which I have like, yeah, I really love this. I love their dedication to saving everyone, and especially Ash's. When Pikachu does get captured, he follows them. He follows the balls, and the balls lead them to a weird place, and everyone's released. Everyone's Pokemon's released. Everyone's Pokemon goes big bold battles, including this really cool battle between Mewtwo and Mew. And during this entire battle, I'm like, oh man, this is pretty rad. I love this battle. Oh my goodness. But there's this like huge ray. There's like big ol' energy blast between Mew and Mewtwo. And of course, Ash is like, I gotta protect my Pokemon. I'm gonna protect my good old pal Pikachu. And he turns into stone. And this is the part which was like super sad. Ash is stone. All the Pokemon are crying. And I'm like, no, not, I was so sad. It's so sad at this part. And then the power of tears, Pokemon tears, brings Ash back to life. And of course, because everyone loves Ash, Mewtwo is like, oh my goodness, I could just not care about why people are cloning me. I could just like not care about Mew. Doesn't matter where I come from. No. All that matters is what I do with my time. And I find that to be a really fun, valuable lesson that I think that everyone should learn from, especially since Mewtwo is like, oh man, all this destruction that I've caused, this sucks. I'm not a really big fan of it. But he basically is like, okay, I feel so bad, I'm gonna wipe everyone's memories. It wipes everyone's memories, puts everything back to normal, turns back time before everyone got to this island, and I'm just thinking to myself, oh man, now no one will be able to learn from those experiences that they went through. No one's gonna remember that there's a Mew or a Mewtwo. No one's gonna remember the cloning laboratory. I find that Mewtwo's decision to have everyone's memory erased is a bad one, because how are they going to learn? How are they going to grow? They're just going to be, their time was essentially wasted, Mewtwo. You just stole everyone's time. I don't care if you turned back time for everyone. Now you got like an alternate reality that they do remember, and of course they're going to like approach life differently, but now they don't have the opportunity to approach life differently at all. And they could just be ending up in the same situation over and over and over again because you decided to erase their memories. Mewtwo is the ultimate villain, threw in, even with good intentions, still everyone forgets everything that's ever happened, and I don't like that. That kind of sits uncomfortable with me. But alas, everyone's having a good old handy-dandy time, everything ends up very happy, and Mewtwo is just like, alright, cool. That's how the movie ends. Man, the animation is beautiful. I was definitely really admiring all the cinematic shots that the Pokemon movie uses, and the fact that everything is so clear. Like, you can tell what's happening in the story even without dialogue. The animation is that clear, that clean, that evenly paced. It's really good. I really enjoyed the Pokemon movie, and so I gotta give it a solid 7.6 out of 10. If you want to see more content on patreon.com/ASEpresents for $3 a month, you get some daily vlogs. I have more content on there too, including $20 a month. You get to request one movie review per 1 month that will show up on this channel. So go check out patreon.com/ASEpresents. If you want to see more NSFW content, you can go to my link tree. And until next time, I'm in Salad Saw. I'll see you later, my salad croutons and bacon bits.